All right, so this week's topic of Emunah Mondays was the balance between wants and needs. And before we begin, this class is dedicated to a couple people. One is Leulai Nishmat for Simja Sofi bat Rifka, may her soul have an aliyah, as well as Neomi bat Ruth and Jacqueline Yael bat Ruth. May they have a bracha for parnasan, clarity, health, and wisdom. So, this week's topic of Emunah Mondays was the balance between wants and needs. And the reason I chose this topic was because we've spoken about how to get what you want, and that's the truth is Hashem provides what we need. So the secret to, as we explained in the previous week, the secret to getting anything that you'd want is to figure out a way to create your wants into needs. And that's like the cheat code to getting anything that you want. Make it a necessity. And that's where the struggle comes from. That's where the creativity comes. How are you going to make your wants needs? And that was a couple weeks ago. And this week's is more of the balance end. How do you balance the two between wants and needs? And the thing is, society as a whole will always tell you to prioritize your needs over wants. And almost everybody would agree on that. Needs come before wants. And the thing is, it's extremely true, but there's an exception. As there is everything, there's always exceptions. And the exception is in regards to connections. If the connection with a relationship, a friendship, a connection to Hashem, those things should not be prioritized with needs. Rather, they should be prioritized with wants. And it sounds like a very ballsy statement, but the truth is, you don't want to just, you when it comes to a connection or relationship, you don't want it to be a needing. You don't want it like that. Those don't last. When you need, because what do you do with something that you need? The truth is, you use it. If it's a necessity, you use it. But if you want something, you figure out ways to get it, and not only get it, but once you have it, how do I keep it? How do I maintain it? And you value it, you cherish it significantly more. And the example I gave at the class yesterday was when you're a kid and you're going into a shop, like a store, and let's say you see something you want. Oh, mom, hey, dad, can I get this? All right. And then when you get older, let's say, and you start making your own money and you go shopping with your parents, oh, can I get this? They tell you, buy it yourself. Like, you got money, you have money, buy it. And suddenly you don't want it. You find yourself putting the item back. Why is that? It's because you understand the value of the money, what it took to get it. Let's say it was 2 hours of work or 3 hours of work for a pair of shoes. It's like, ooh, do I really want these pair of shoes? But if it was your parent paying for it, it's like, oh yeah, I want this. So you cherish it a lot more when you work for it. And that's what you do when you want something. When you want something, you work for it. You figure out ways to get it, as well as how to maintain it. And that's the way a relationship and any connection should be. When it comes to a friendship, when it comes to Hashem, when it comes to a significant other, it shouldn't be from the aspect of needing. Because like we said before, when you need something, you find yourself using it. You take advantage of it. And it's there's agenda based and this and that. When it should be you wake up and you're next to your spouse and you wake up and you're choosing that person. The same way you wake up and you choose Hashem, to pray to Hashem. It's not because I need to. I don't need to pray to God. Because again, Hashem is wherever you choose to put him. That's the beautiful thing about Hashem. He is so infinite that he'll even give you the ability to choose where he is. That's how confident and that's how real he is. So he doesn't have to sell himself and be like ultimatums with you, or oh, you do this or this is going. He doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to, because it's so much truth that he is, that there's no sense of punishment aspect, or oh, you do this because of that. No, do it because you do it because I said so. Do it because you out of love, out of want. Hashem wants us to. We have the choice, free will. Hashem wants us to want him. There's so much beauty in that. Not wake up and feel like, oh, I need him because let me just use him. I'm only going to pray to God when I need something. What kind of relationship is that? When I don't need anything, I stop. I stop texting. I stop texting the friend. I stop hitting up this person. I stop reaching out to this person. I stop calling out to God because I have no necessities for God. I don't need him. But suddenly when I need him, that's when everything lines up. That's when it's like, oh, that's when Hashem's there, When a tragedy hits, everybody's praying to Hashem. But when everything's good and dandy, nobody even references God, So it's like create it as a want. I'm choosing God. Wake up each day and choose him. Wake up each day and choose your friends. Wake up each day and choose your spouse. I'm choosing to be with you. Not because I need you. Two independent people choosing to be with each other. That's love. And that's the way a connection should be. So that was pretty much the rundown of the topic. Again, like the society will always say put your needs above wants. But it's true. But it's not for everything. And the beautiful thing is how to identify what it's for and what it isn't for. And this is just one thing that I found that it's not relevant for. Needs does not go above wants when it comes to connections and relationships. For that reason of you find yourself using what you need and you cherish what you want. And that's the way a relationship should be. You should cherish it and strive to maintain it. So thank you so much. Hope you all have a great week. And again, this week's was dedicated to Leulai Nishmat, Simja Sofi bat Rifka, may her soul have an aliyah, as well as Deanna Naomi bat Ruth and Jacqueline Yael bat Ruth. And may they have a bracha for parnasan, clarity, health, and wisdom, as well as shidduch. Have a great week. Well, before we begin, this week's class is actually sponsored by somebody, and they want to dedicate it to two people. One is Leulai Nishmat for Simja Sofi bat Rifka, may her soul have an aliyah. And another one is for Deanna Naomi bat Ruth and Jacqueline Yael bat Ruth, and it's for zivug for parnasan, clarity, health, and wisdom. So, again, we'll run those names back at the end of the class as well, just to keep them in mind. So, and again, if anybody does want to, we're going to attend our first RV after. Anybody that wants to pray.